we've been hearing a lot of flap on the campaign trail as with regard to the administration's economic development arm. I think we have a strong economic development arm. A couple of things with regard to the presentation. I think the program will get more credibility. In fact, we had a sunset provision with regard to some of these terms. I know we have a step forward to how we can, and we have the ability to do that, but I don't think we have any objective standards that says, okay, once project plan is completed, or once we get X number of dollars, or it's a the area has been redeveloped to the extent, whatever. If we have some sort of objective criteria that it automatically sunsets, or a recommendation to council is automatically made that we do sunset it. I think if we put that in place, I think that will give us credibility relative to some of this and with the public with regard to this. Additionally, relative to the housing dollars, I know that this administration has focused on certain portions of the city relative to Icken, as well as other homeless projects, and that has taken a lion's share, if you will, of some of those housing dollars, which for the most part has left some districts out. The opportunity to, I guess, support other parts of town with CDBG and other dollars, there's still that opportunity. So a couple of projects that I would like the administration honestly to look at would be one by 11 Pavilion in our area, which is in the CDBG area, and then also to, of course, the Councilman Horton's area, the HMAC Museum. Those are two credible projects that I think, I think would have an opportunity really to compete if dollars were available. And because we have those priorities, those other areas, they may not have had that opportunity to do that. So just putting it out there on the radar. But I do appreciate the work you guys have done with us with TIRZ 9. We're so ready for the expansion. There's a new Madison that's coming in with TIRZ 9 that will take in that area. HISD actually pays into that TIRZ. When we probably need to sit down because there's a road that they're looking for that is not in the construction budget that I think would be very helpful. That maybe we can get HISD to come in with regard to that. But I do appreciate the work you guys have done on this and for the work.
Councilor, let me comment on the first point you made. We mentioned at the BFA presentation that when we bring these annexations forward, we're going to bring forward the consideration of council putting a time clock on those themselves, and that's something that we think council will want to deliberate on. And we did that with the West Chase 380 agreement, if you recall. We put a 10-year clock, so we understand your point. On the affordable housing, yes, we understand what your point is.
Thank you.
Councilman Stardig. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate all the work y'all done and your patience with all of us. I'm sure that making sure that everyone's up to speed, but I do know, as a former board member of one of the TIRZs that has a lot of attention at times, that this has been a transition, I think, from the standalone TIRZ thinking to the director getting involved, y'all getting more involved and more hands-on, and coordination has been the biggest issue that I've had in coordinating our CIP dollars with the TIRZ dollars so that everyone benefits, and we're leveraging the dollars from an engineering standpoint to just the cost savings overall, plus not to mention just the headache of traffic congestion for the construction of doing it twice in the same area on the same street, because it was two entities within the city doing it at different times. So I appreciate all that. Mayor, the comment that I have in the public safety dollars, at one point, I was not confident that they were staying within the boundaries or adjacent to the TIRZ for the beats that they should support. And I think that is the case now. I'm very protective of the north side and the south side of I-10, the TIRZ I work with. But I think that's been well played.